Good morning, students. We are here for unit number 4 of ratio and proportion of BCom first year second semester business mathematics. Last lecture also we had started this part of ratio and proportion. That is the part of unit number 4 of business mathematics. The same league of problems we are actually continuing in this lecture also. As we yesterday talked about what are the fundamental or what are the conceptual fundamentals of ratio and proportion that we studied in last lecture. Also, we had gone through two problems and their solutions. So the basic thing about ratio and proportion is that they are correlated with each other. We have to find out the ratio and proportion between two entities or the age of two person or whatever the information is given in a problem that we generally find out through our answers. These are very simple problems because this is a part of business mathematics. As I am repeatedly telling you that we are not here to solve the problems of statistics or business or mathematics which is for science students, as you are the students of commerce. So that's why the level of this particular problems is very simple. But again, you have to develop your own logic to solve these type of problems because to write the equations, it is the most important part of the problem. If your information gets wrong, then it can be very problematic thing. So to write the information, particularly in equation, that is the most important thing that we generally do. Here also today, two problems are for you. I first wrote the problem and then the solution. First we will go to the problem, read that problem properly. We will find out what the need of that particular problem, how the equation will get shaped, and then after that we will solve the problem. So the first problem of today is, if two numbers are in a ratio of 4:7 and if 12 is added to each, they are in the ratio of 7:10, the find the number. So they had given us the two ratios. First ratio they had given us is a 4:7 and the latter they had given us 7:10 ratio. But the latter ratio is being derived that 12 is being added to the previous ratio. So 4:7 is the previous ratio. What they did there, they added 12 to each of them, and after adding we had the new ratio of 7:10. We had to find out the exact numbers, the original numbers which are in the ratio of 4:7 and later they are in the ratio of 7:10. So this is the information which they had given to us. We will first we have to find out the value of x, the value of that particular figure. We generally suppose it as x, so the first number be 4x and the second number be 7x. From where we derive this value? Because the original ratio, the previous ratio which are being given in a problem is 4:7, so values will be 4x and 7x. We don't know the exact the basic figure, that's why we took it as a x, so it will be 4x the first number and the second number will be 7x. Now this is the information that we had. Now we will put up the information of a problem in given equation. So how the equation will get shaped? First we will see the logic. There are two numbers, okay. Previous ratio is 4:7. Now as per the problem, they are adding 12 to each of that ratio, and after adding 12, the resultant ratio will be now 7:10. So we have to take the first ratio, then we have to add the value of 12 to each of them, and then we will have a final ratio. We will put up that thing in an equation, and the equation will be like this: 4x plus 12 divided by 7x plus 12. I will explain this part of this equation. 4x plus 12 means this is your previous ratio, original ratio. 12 is being added to that, divided by 7x plus 12, because that thing is given in ratio, so we divide the thing, and the resultant ratio will be 7:10. So the equation will get shaped like this: 4x plus 12 divided by 7x plus 12 equals to 7/10 or 7:10. So this is the equation that we derived from given problem. The most important part of statistics or even mathematics is that in statistics you have to tabulate the data properly, because if your tabulation get wrong, then your entire information, actually the use of your formula and your calculation will get wrong, because the values which you are putting in a formula is a part of your tabulation. So that thing is very important in statistics. In mathematics, the most important part is your equation. If your equation gets wrong, then whatever calculation you are doing after that, that calculation will have your, it is most certain that your answer will get wrong. So the most important thing part of mathematics is your equation. So this is the equation. I hope you understand equation properly. Now we will do a general mathematics here. First we will do a inverse multiplication. So 4x multiplied by 12 multiplied by 10. So 10 in bracket 4x plus 12, it will be inverse multiplication, equals to 7 in bracket 7x plus 12. This is not actually a very hard mathematics for you. It's a very straight and forward arithmetical calculation, simple arithmetical calculation. As you are student of commerce, there is actually the problem with the commerce student is that they are not very much good in mathematics because they never had studied a mathematics, not even in 11th and 12th, if they haven't that optional subject of mathematics. So to solve the problems of mathematics, you need to first understand the basic principles and basic arithmetical calculations, arithmetical methodologies, and after that you will be able to solve these type of problems. So this equation is to be solved by inverse multiplication. So we did that. Now first we will see the left hand side of this equation. 4x plus 12 have to be multiplied by 10. So each value have to be multiplied by 10. So 10 multiplied by 4x will be 40x plus 10 multiplied by 12 will be 120. So this is the left hand side, equals to 7 multiplied by 7x will be 49x. 7 multiplied by 12 will be 84. So now this equation is being solved here. 40x plus 120 equals to 49x plus 84. Now what we have to do now, we have to keep the same type of figures at the same places. So 120 and 84 are the same type of figures. 40x and 49x are the same type of figures. So what we are doing now, we are reshuffling their positions. So 120 minus 84, we bring 84 to this side, so this plus sign will get converted to minus sign. So 120 minus 84 equals to 49x. Now 40x will get shifted to this side, so this plus sign will get converted to minus sign. So 49x minus 40x. 120 minus 84, 36, 49x minus 40x, 9x. So after doing a division, x equals to 4. So we have now the answer of x equal to 4. Now we will put up these things in our what we had suppose values we have. So the first number 4x will be 4 multiplied by 4, as the answer of x is 4. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. And second number that we have, that was 7x. 7 multiplied by 4 equals to 28. So the first value that we have is a 16 and the second value that we had is a 28. Now to cross check the answer whether our answer is correct or not, we can just do the calculation. Look, 16 divided by 28, this is your original figure. Now we have to find out whether that is a original ratio or not. So you can divide this thing by 4, so it will be 4 and this will be 7. So the first ratio is 4:7. So that's why we can cross check whether our answer is correct or not. So I hope you understand this first problem very well. Now we will move to the second problem. Second problem is of same type but have different type of calculations, have different type of logic. First we will read that problem. The income of business in 2 years is in the ratio of 2:6. If the average income of this 2 years is 12,680, calculate the income of each year. So first we will see what the problem we have. The income of business in 2 years, there are 2 years for that particular business. The ratio is 2:6. The income of that 2 years is 2:6. The average income of 2 years is 12,680. The average income of 2 years. We have to find out the income of each year, first year and second year. So first we will the income of first year will be 2x as the ratio is being given, and the income of second year will be 6x as the ratio is 2:6. And now we will put up that thing in a calculation, the most important part of any type of problems of business mathematics. Now how that equation will get shaped? As the problem is telling us that if the average income of these 2 years is 12,680, means what we have to present the data in equation, how we have to present the data in equation, that it's the average value. So how we do calculate the average? We just do a summation and we just divide it by number of items in that summation, we will get average. So 2x plus 6x divided by 2, because it is average of 2 years, so divided by 2. The value is being already given in a problem, 12,680. So 2x plus 6x, 2 will get shifted to that side. It is right now it is dividing 2x plus 6x. If you shift the value to that side, it will multiply. So it will multiply 12,680. So 2x plus 6x, 8x equals to 2 multiplied by 12,680 will be 25,360. Now we have to find out the x. So x equals to 25,360 divided by 8. So x equals to 3,170. The answer that we need. So after putting that value in our original what the values that we actually we have to find out, 2x or 6x. So income of first year 2x equal to 2 multiplied by 3170 is 6,340. And income of second year 6 multiplied by 3170, it will be 19,020. Again, if you want to cross check the values, you can do that. We can find out the average, whether that average is 25,360 or not. That you can do. 19,020 plus 6,340, you will have the answer 25,360. So this way, these are the problems of business mathematics, particularly of ratio and proportion. Problems are very simple, but again I am repeating the same thing, that you have to read it properly and you have to you have to write the equation properly, otherwise your answer will get wrong. So I hope you understand these two problems very well. Next lecture will be our last lecture of this syllabus of statistics and business mathematics. Next lecture will be of profit or loss, that we will see in the next lecture. Thank you very much.